Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, February 8th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I value all the ways my inner genius intuits the information. And today, continuing on with this moon in Virgo, these heavy mental electrical vibes, oops, knocking my phone down, still going on today, through the day, the moon making the majority of the connections, including an inconjunct, not seeing eye to eye, between the moon and the sun, well, the moon in Virgo and the sun in Aquarius. And so when we have this, we make it a little uncomfortable. We make it a little testy about where we are getting our information from. Here's the thing, is that truly when we connect into our inner antenna, we realize that we are constantly getting information everywhere. We're bombarded a little bit, actually, with information. And there is supportive information in the bombardment, and there is unsupportive information that's ultimately supportive as we realize that it's unsupportive in the bombardment. And so learning to discern is a gift all of us can lean into that can support us in and through this energy. So with the moon in Virgo, our body is really feeling this energy very strongly, but our mind may be spinning and trying to process and understand it, which can kind of tune us out of our body. Stay in your body and listen. It has information for you, and that information is powerful, even if you don't like it. Even if your body's like, ow, this hurts, and you're like, shh, I don't want to hear that. That's important information. Keep that in mind through the day. Even those annoying aches, pains, etc., they are trying to inform you, right? And that's a pull into your body. And that pull into your body is important because Aquarius can stay here. So keep that in mind. Now, as we move through the day, like I said, moon in Virgo making the majority of the connections. We start the day with the moon in an opposition with Neptune energy. I always love this balance because Neptune brings the magic and Virgo is the realism. And we find ourselves, we live somewhere between what we think reality is and the magic. And so this may be a call to pull in the magic. This may be a call to pull in the reality. Somewhere we want to find that integration of both. One of the cards I have for today is the integration card. And I'm really feeling that, whether it's integrating between your mind and the physical, your body, the reality, and the magic, finding your particular balance, but making sure you're not ignoring any of these is part of the solution for the day. Speaking of information, moon in Virgo will connect to Mercury in Capricorn. Now these players are very pragmatic and practical. Let's see, this is going to be happening in the evening. So you may find yourself leaning towards the pragmatic, leaning towards the practical in the evening. I won't say that's a bad thing. I think that's actually a really positive, supportive thing. But again, hold that space for the magic too. Magic is more practical than we realize, as it is a major part of our world. And I don't mean like pulling a rabbit out of the hat, but I do mean the miraculous, the unexplained, the mystical, all has a very important place. So just keep that in mind as we lean into that pragmatic, practical energy. Now, the final connection for the evening is the moon connecting to Pluto. That's not going to be till late in the evening. However, this is as Pluto is approaching, this final degree. And so there may be some heavy realizations. I think that was part of my I can't show up yesterday feeling. I am doing Nicole and Ryan Oman's Journey of Ascension again. It is so powerful. And I have realized I'm definitely processing things that I actually began processing in the beginning of 2008, which is when I started with my teacher, Kufu, who hangs out over here and in the spirit realm now. But I am processing work that I began with him back then. And so keep that in mind. As the moon, our healing moon in Virgo connects to Pluto energy, there may be energies of healing showing up for you that you may feel resistant to, that you don't want to engage with, you don't want to find that balance and integration with. But this is very important because that 29 degree, as Pluto rolls over back and forth, is going to be pressing the issue. So do keep that in mind. Part of this issue may be some inner child stuff. I have the Outsider card in reverse, and I also have the Innocence card. And these are two inner child cards for sure. So making sure your inner child is not lost in the pragmatic and practical energies coming up. If you lose that voice, you lose an important portal to healing. And that's one of the other cards that I have for today is the healing card. This is the King of Cups. There's a lot of emotion in this healing energy, and this is again part of that balance, getting out of the mind and allowing the emotions to flow through. The final card that I have for the day is the Guilt card, which is just, rather than guilt, it's just racked with mental energy. Like I said, moon in Virgo, sun in Aquarius, information overload, but take the information overload and see what you're being called to utilize. So that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.